And we're live. What's going on, everyone? You already know what it is. I'm Bill Schofield. I'm your host. This is the Nooner Nation podcast, the podcast for Nooners by Nooners. And we have some very special guests on tonight. Two of the biggest dirtbags we know. If the Nooner Nation was going to submit a tag team to the WWE, it'd be these two guys. We've got Rater and Titan Uranus. What's going on, guys?
What's going on, everybody?
How you
Titan, I was excited. Titan, I was excited to meet you, but you're just you're like Rick James. You're the darkness.
The darkness.
Yeah, I know. I'm driving down the fucking road, and I don't know what to do about the lighting. So
It's okay. We'll just say that you want your identity to be kept secret.
like one of those blurred out shit.
Yeah. You need to start talking like this.
Yeah. Give one of those pads to change my voice.
Yeah. And that was the last time I saw her alive. You know, that kind of thing. So, Lloyd might. There we go. But if 90s dads were to be believed, turning on the dome light while driving is illegal and will cause sudden death, right? Correct, yeah.
You know what it was.
I think it is illegal, but...
Is it?
It is
I
illegal.
want to say, I'm pretty sure it is.
I wonder why. Like, because you can't... Does it mess up your, night vision or something while you're driving?
Well,
It's because they can see you doing drugs inside your car at night.
Well, then it
You're
should
drinking
be.
and driving, going down the road.
You would think it would be legal then, right? They want to see that shit. Yeah, whatever.
I keep mine on.
I keep mine off just so people can't see me getting road dome, on road trips and shit.
I mean, that's a good reason. That and the drugs I'm about to do.
Ah, yes, the drugs for sure.
I'm super curious. Is Titan driving a living room down the road or what?
Those did look like some pretty comfy seats. Not gonna lie.
This car is actually very comfortable. Nice little Toyota Corolla, 6-speed manual.
Yeah. Oh, manual, huh? You don't see those very
Dude,
much.
I've never bought an automatic, and I never will.
One of these days, you might not have a choice. I don't know the last time I saw something with a manual that wasn't like a sports car, like a WRX or something.
This one's 2018, and they didn't have one on their lot, but they had one in Raleigh, so they got it shipped from Raleigh for me.
Nice. Oh, yeah. So, where are you guys? I mean, first off, kudos to coming up with probably the two best screen names ever. Right. We'll get into that here in a little bit. But where are you guys from? I think Womb Raider, you're New York, if I'm not mistaken.
Right. So I live and work in Syracuse.
Okay.
I'm actually in the basement of a house I closed in on Monday, hiding. And my main girl, I sent you a picture of her.
Yeah.
She lives an hour and a half away with the kids near Ithaca.
Okay.
So it was cheaper for me to buy a house here than drive back and forth.
Gotcha.
Plus I get a new stabbing cabin and keep 800 miles a week off my truck. So accidental polyamory.
Yeah. Well, the mileage goes. That's big. I've got like a Silverado, and right now, dude, gas is fucking killing me, man. Driving the kids around and shit.
I paid $4.19 a gallon this morning, and I have an F-150 with the biggest V8 they make, and it's not nice. It was cheaper than gas to buy a house.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see what's going on with. Apparently, I'm getting an echo, but fuck it, I'm not gonna deal with it. But Davy's saying in the live chat, Womb, that your beard is giving him a serious chubby. He's into the beard.
I'm not in the chats tonight.
Oh.
I'm on my phone in the basement, so.
Gotcha. Yeah.
It's a very nice beard.
It is.
I'm jealous.
Beard. Do you like ever like wax it up or oil it or anything?
You know what? My the new chick, Rachel, I sent you a picture of her. She has short hair.
Right.
She she taught me about wax and stuff, but I never put it. I put it in my hair, but I don't put it in my beard because it gets well oiled. I can hear you fine.
Yep.
Right. Yeah, he's in Buffalo. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's where they call buffalo wings wings. Right.
They can't hear me. Yep, Davey, that's what I was worried about, not hearing. But I gotta get this shit figured out. Anyways, we're just talking about uh Womb Raider being from New York, kind of close to where Matt from American Rustic Works is, and he said, what did you say? It's where they call buffalo wings just wings, right? Um, and I take great pleasure in sending Matt pictures every time I order boneless wings with ranch, because apparently that's a huge sin in
Yeah,
Buffalo.
that's a no-no.
Dude, I'm here for
That's a
that. I
no-no.
love both wings.
I get it. I get it. Like boned in wings taste better, but who has the time? You know, give me those fancy nugs, dip them in some ranch, inhale them, and be on my day.
I like eating my dipped chicken nuggets because that's what the fuck they are.
Well, they're fancy nuggets for sure.
I like to eat them with a fork and keep my hands clean and my face clean. And
That's where I'm at, man. Especially like if I got the kids with me, like they're messy enough. Like I don't need to be a fucking
oh,
huge mess trying to
don't
like
tell me about kids.
trying to eat out the flats. Yeah, you act like you have
Oh,
kids or
right,
something. But
right.
before we get to that, we are skipping. So, Titan Uranus, I believe you are located kind of in the Piedmont region of the Carolinas, right?
I grew up there in Asheboro, but I live in Wilmington.
Oh, okay. Did you ever make it out to like the studio when Drinking Bros was still out there?
Yeah, one time, actually, the way I found out about Drinking Bros, I was doing Lyft at the time, and I gave Dan and Disgusting Justin a ride from Carolina Beach to their studio, which was a fucking awesome ride. But
Yeah,
I didn't know anything about it till then, which was a couple of years ago, and they were talking to me about it, and I checked it out afterwards and been watching ever since.
yeah. I bet that was probably a pretty interesting lift ride.
Yeah, we talked about how Justin was beating off in Dan's bathroom, hoping he would walk in on him.
Yeah, yeah. That sounds right. You know, I've been in Ubers with Dan as a passenger, and they get pretty interesting. So I'm assuming that yeah, being the driver for a drunk Dan and a disgusting Justin probably pretty wild time. Did they tip well?
I don't remember. I think they did. But Dan, Sweet Home Alabama was playing, and he tried to convince me that it was about the Holocaust, which I knew was bullshit. But that immediately made me like them because it was just fucking hilarious that they were trying to troll me like that.
Did they at least have a decent argument for it?
He said that Alabama was the name of one of the concentration camps, and something that I don't remember. It's been a couple of years ago, but just something completely fucking off the wall that was just hilarious, but obviously nonsense.
Yeah, yeah. That's something. So the very first time my wife ever met Dan Holloway was not too long ago. We went to a Kansas City Chiefs game with them, and I had to kind of warn her. I was like, Dan can be kind of abrasive, but in reality, he's pretty fun. And then yeah, he within the first 15 seconds, he started spinning almost one of the similar stories where, like, this isn't real. He's just seeing how far he can take this before somebody calls him out on it. And my wife immediately was like, oh, now I see why you like him. I get why you guys get along. Because I'll do the same thing at parties. Last year, about this time, on one of her friends' like birthday parties, she rented a party bus. And I had a couple shots of Fireball in me. And I just started playing this game where throughout the night I'd find somebody I had no idea who they were on the party bus. And then start telling their spouse how I met them. Like, let me tell you something about this guy. Right. 2007, the Catskills Mountains. I don't know if they were hookers. I didn't pay them, but they just started taking their clothes off. So that's how the night went. I love doing that kind of stuff and just seeing how far I can take it before somebody either calls me out or gets pissed off. So I get it.
I do that. I do that every fucking day. I enjoy fucking with people. I told a lady when the COVID shit first started, I've not worn a mask one time, and she came up to me in the grocery store bitching about my mask, and I was like, look, just leave me alone. Go do whatever you do. She kept on, so finally I told her I don't wear the mask because when I was a little kid, I was raped by 3 clowns, and if I put it on, I can still feel their hands over my mouth when they were when one of them was licking my asshole. By the end of it, she was fucking, I went hardcore into it. By the end of it, she was fucking crying. Like, well, don't fuck with me.
Yeah, I see who was my gag is like, who was it? Oh, I don't know if anybody ever saw the episode. A while back around Thanksgiving, I had a lady named Christine. She does a podcast, Drunk Politics. It's pretty fun. But I did a live chat or live Instagram from the Dallas Fort Worth airport a couple weeks ago, coming back from Austin, and I had like my little paper mask hanging from my ear, and she was like, take the fucking mask off, man, nobody cares. And I was like, yeah, but I wear the mask still because I can wear a ball gag in public and nobody judges me. Right, so that's my joke. But yeah, masks, it's whatever. Iowa, I think, finally just said you don't have to wear them in schools. Also,
right. New York, you don't have to wear them in schools as of yesterday.
Yeah. So I think that's slowly coming to an end. I would imagine once gas prices start fucking with airfares enough, then the airlines are going to drop that as well. Even though I guess technically it's not up to them, it's a federal mandate, but they'll push back enough to where they'll drop masks on airplanes.
It's all fucking
I live in New York, and the fucking mask mandates were fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And legally, they just required face coverings. So I have a Jason mask that I wear everywhere. But I'm also like 6'3" and 285. Like, I'm not a small person.
And wearing flannel.
Normally I'm in work clothes, and they're like the coveralls that Jason wears. Like,
right. Yeah.
Right. So I'm a diesel mechanic. Like, so like I look like him.
Oh yeah.
And so I walk into the office and my beard's hanging out of this fucking thing, and it's full of a hole. Technically a face covering. You can't tell me I'm in the wrong. And they just told me, just fucking take it off. Like, you're scaring people in the office. Like, New York is
good run.
New York is not like what people think it is. It's not New York City. I'm a fucking hillbilly.
Oh, I'm sure.
People don't get it.
I'm sure. And I mean, here's the thing. I mean, not to get down some sort of weird political rabbit hole, but like, California is the same way. There's plenty of people in California that are probably want to scream at people all day. Be like, hey, it's not LA.
Straight up cowboys.
Yeah.
Straight up cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a bunch of friends in New York State, and they all say the same thing. They like hunting and fishing and their guns and all that shit. And it's just because New York City's so fucking populated with all those fucking liberals, but everywhere else in the state is normal fucking
It's
people.
not. It's not. It's upstate New York, especially, but like if New York City and like all the boroughs were its own tax entity, it would create, like if it was like DC, New York would be much better off.
Right.
Like we pay for all that shit. And
Yeah.
we hate it.
Yeah, it's probably been proposed at some point, right? To like break the actual city of New York off as a separate entity. I know in
Every couple
California
years.
a couple years ago, they talked about having like West California and East California just because of how
I thought it was Northern California and Southern California.
it might have been, but they were trying to like how do like the people that aren't in LA
Right.
and San Francisco we're trying to figure out like how do we make it beneficial for us to live in this state, like we need to just break it up into two states. Obviously that
Right.
went nowhere, but yeah, it might have been north and south, but yeah, that might have been like I don't know 12 years ago at this point, but
Oh
Gigi
yeah.
probably knows. If Gigi's in the chat, let us know. Was it north or south, east, west? Was it a new California and an old California?
the Bear Republic.
Yeah, the Bear Republic. That'd be dope. Can you imagine? It was like, oh, the new state, the Bear Republic. I might move there. Shit.
Right. That'd be NorCal.
So, let's dive into this. But actually, before we dive into this, I have a note here, a couple notes. Obviously, you're already watching this. Go hit the like button. Smash that thing like it's in the front row of Astro World. Yeah. Like.
You worked on that one.
Yeah. Oh no, it took me about 30 seconds. Actually, that's not even in my notes. I'm just a big fan of minors getting crushed at a rap concert. Rate review.
I know what
iTunes.
kind of porn you watch.
Funny enough, this came up literally right before we went on air. My wife was intrigued because I think I don't know if it was an episode of Neuter Nation, some episode of a podcast I was on. I've done a couple podcasts lately. We got to talking about how there's so much of like the step incest porn on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's
On YouTube.
Oh, not YouTube.
Pornhub.
Pornhub. I treat them the same,
There.
They're both.
Yeah,
they're
Same username, by the way.
they both come up on my home screen. It's just which one do I want to click on. I'll be at work thinking like, oh shit, I need to go on YouTube, and I find myself typing Pornhub. Like, oh nope.
Right.
Backspace.
Jerking off to Dan Holloway.
Surprisingly, he intimidates me. I'm way more of like a hot Bob guy. He's my lane. He'll treat you like a lady,
Scandinavian light.
Mm-hmm.
He's like Hitler's wet dream light.
Oh yeah. He is definitely of
Like-
the Aryan persuasion, right?
He looks like a fucking vampire.
Yeah, he's pale.
I don't.
He's pale, but
he looks like your typical frat boy.
yeah, he's frattish.
Right.
I'm not gonna talk too much shit on him because he's actually a really rad guy. All those guys are. If you ever get a chance, not just you guys, anybody, if you ever get a chance to go to Austin or to an event that those guys are at, I recommend it.
Oh yeah, they make the show great. I like hearing their input, and all Giorgio's fucking high nonsense every day makes me laugh.
Yeah, he's been on one for the last couple of days too, right?
I think he's got some edibles that hit him that in a way he didn't expect. I'm not gonna lie, I ate a bunch of fucking shroomies like an hour ago, and they hit me in a way I didn't expect. I was like, fuck it, let's roll.
Yeah, let's do it. But yeah,
I ate mushrooms for the first time a couple of weeks ago, and ended up in the woods dancing with Jerry Garcia and the Grateful Dead Bears because I ate a fucking shit ton of them, and it was great.
I was gonna say that's called a hero's dose.
yeah, the hero dose.
Well, I tried microdosing before, and I didn't feel anything, so I decided to just eat a fuck ton, and it worked.
My man.
Go big or go home.
Yeah, you know it. But anyway, so yeah, my wife did not believe me that Pornhub is full of just like this weird like stepsister, stepmom shit.
Yeah.
So she came today, she's like, out of curiosity on my lunch break, I just like went on there to look. And she's like, yeah, it's fucking insane. Like, who actually watches that? And I was like, nobody turns the sound on, right? Like, most people just watch the thumbnail previews and move on with their day, you know?
No, the best part's the story in those. Like, how did you get there?
Right. Like
once they start fucking, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like,
so
but like, tell me the story.
So
tell me the bullshit.
What do you get down on, the step thing, or somebody getting like stuck? That's the other thing, right? Like, I don't know how.
Well, they go hand in hand.
Yeah.
It's always like stepmom stuck, stepsister stuck, or it's like, oh, stepbro, what a great big cock you have. Oh, the better to fuck you with, stepsis. They're all the same. It's comical, and then you're like, all right, well, this is just too much because that's all they are on there.
Right. That's when I switched to big ass Latina.
Nice.
Yeah. Like I wanted to hear the story. Like, how ridiculous is your writing?
Right.
But
I don't think they hire the best writers, to be honest. They could do better, but the stuck thing, a lot of times where it's like, oh, I'm stuck in the couch. Like,
that's called rape. That's called rape.
There's that. But also, like, I've heard this story about, like, if you dig a hole and put, like, dog food in the bottom of it, you can catch raccoons because they won't let go of the dog food, and their hand gets stuck.
That's a variation of a story about baboons and some kind of African tribe from the Congo.
Yeah, but anyways, all I think of is like, is this like blonde stepsister too dumb to let go of whatever she's holding on to just get her hand out from underneath the couch cushion?
Yeah,
right. She's so stuck.
Or under the table or some stupid shit.
Yeah.
My favorite is in the front load washer.
Yeah. Like, what are you stuck on? What are you stuck on? Like,
that's a 36-inch wide hole.
And it's some skinny ass, like 100-pound soaking wet girl.
Right. You're not stuck. You just want it, you whore.
Mm-hmm. But odd transition out of this one. Another shout out I've got though is everyone knows Imperial Girl in the chat. I want to give her a quick shout out, a round of applause. She just finished her first half marathon in Vegas. First time doing any kind of running event, her first time in Vegas, and she finished it last weekend.
Why
awesome.
the fuck do you want to run 13 miles or whatever?
I don't get it.
Right.
Congratulations, but fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Right. I just finished my first not marathon.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not doing that. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
I love Imperial Girl. She's good folks.
Yeah, she's dope. So I want to give her a quick shout out. Neuter Nation is proud of you. We know how hard you've been working on that, and congratulations for finishing. I don't know if I could finish that. What's a half marathon like? 13
miles.
13 miles.
Yeah, something like that.
Fuck that! I got a car.
I think it's 13.3.
So,
I guess.
I think it's 13.1 because I think a marathon is 26.2.
You know what only fucking matters in the metric system in America is drugs and ammo. So yeah. I don't care about distance.
Yeah. Oh well, I mean, you're a diesel mechanic. You probably do a lot in metric. You probably got like a bag of 10mm sockets.
Everything I do is in metric.
Yeah.
Or thousandths of an inch, like a machinist.
Mm-hmm. That's my world, thou. Going in thou.
Right.
So, also, another note I had here is and I think it might have been today, might have been yesterday. Titan Uranus maybe was talking about. I would have it on my notes, but I'm actually using my phone as a webcam right now. I can't remember. One of you two brought up Michael Keaton's best role was playing the retarded clone in Multiplicity.
We're gonna go with the Dolphins. It was me.
Yeah. Yeah. So with that, I was like, that's a really good question for you two. Well, like Womb Raider, we know your answer. Clone 4, by the way, in Multiplicity, or technically he's number 4. He's number 4. He's Clone 3. He's number 4. He's wearing the boot on his head. He's cutting shit up with like an old school saw. And then like he's like squirting shit in his mouth. Or what was it? He had fucking shaving cream in his mouth.
Yeah.
If you've never seen the movie Multiplicity with Michael Keaton, I recommend it. He's like a stressed out contractor dad who finally runs into this guy who can clone him. So he clones himself, and then makes like 2 clones of himself, and then the clones make a clone. And
Right.
of course,
and then
the whole joke is when you make a copy of a copy, it doesn't come out quite right. So like, the final clone is a little TikTok, you know. But what is in the live chat and everybody? What is Michael Keaton's best role? Because prolific actor. Some might even say underrated. I mean, do people think he's underrated? You don't hear a lot about him, but he's been in some crazy ass shit.
Multiplicity and Beetlejuice are
I think
top performances.
I was going to say Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice was great. I liked him as Batman.
Yeah, Ruben Schneider in the live chat said Batman, Gung Ho, which I've never seen, and then the other guys where he keeps quoting TLC songs.
Right. He's fucking great.
Yeah.
He's way less appreciated as a comedic actor than he should be. He's brilliant that way.
Yeah, he's really funny. And actually, I saw an interview with him. His real name is Michael Douglas.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, and of course, there's already a Michael Douglas, so he had to like change it for like screen actors.
Yeah, but Michael Douglas has to fuck Catherine Zeta-Jones, and I don't have a thing for her.
You got to remember though how old he was when they got married, and she was young and hot then, right? So,
fair enough. Fair enough. I have the same shit going on.
She had just come.
She's not Salma Hayek though.
No, she's not.
Salma Hayek, no. Salma Hayek from Dusk Till Dawn.
Well, Salma Hayek now. I don't know if you follow her on like Instagram or anything.
Oh,
she's still hot. She's still got it.
I try to throw ropes in her direction every day.
I don't know if you need to be throwing ropes.
You don't have enough
direction, dude. So with that, we can get into that. So Womb Raider, like, explain your name. Like, I think I understand why. And it's for those listening who can't see, it's womb, like WOMB, and then Rater, RATER, as like one who rates wombs.
Right.
It's fucking awesome.
Right. And at some point there was a fake Logan, there was a fake Womb Raider too.
Okay.
And there's a fake one too. But this is gonna sound weird. So my mom was an OBGYN nurse for 35 years.
Starting strong.
She was also my elementary school nurse.
Again.
This sounds like the start of a porn.
Yeah. And it all goes full circle.
It comes, but not in a circle. I'm a fucking hillbilly redneck. Like I my graduating class was 84 and 78 of us graduated. Like I'm from like farm country where like the men are men and the cows are scared, right?
Right.
So Womb Raider came about because kind of mostly retarded. I love comedy. I'm a barely functioning idiot. And so when my main girl, I've been watching the Drinking Bros chats forever, but I changed my name actually like last summer. I've only kind of popped up for like a year or so, right?
Right. Right.
But I've always been in there, but I've never like chatted.
Right. Been in the background.
So like, right. I listen and I not watch.
A voyeur of such.
Right. But I'm more of an exhibitionist, to be honest.
Yeah, your record shows that.
Maybe. So we decided to move the kids like an hour and a half away from me with Monica. She's a banging hot 43-year-old Latina chick that I am very much in love with. And I was like, I can't, like, we're going to have to figure some shit out. Like, I'm going to need me a side piece. It's fucking far. And then I met the preacher's daughter, who's, okay, so Monica's 43, I'm 34. Preacher's daughter is 27. And she grew up in a church where she wasn't allowed to fucking dance.
Oh, she's Baptist?
Church of Nazarene.
Yeah, I was about to say, that sounds like one of those fucking way out there churches.
Right.
Where you have to wear the fucking, women have to wear skirts all the time and shit. Or dresses, I mean.
Super conservative, like, women are only there for procreation. Like, treated women like shit, to be honest. And I don't. I know my name's fucking Womb Raider, like, but I don't treat them like shit. So that all happens. Like in the house I was renting, like a gorgeous house I was renting, like it sold, went down, moved to the cabin, been driving back and forth. I was like, I can't, like, I found a girlfriend up here where I could stay there every night. It's fucking super hot, I think.
Yeah. You sent me pictures. I mean, both ladies are very attractive. The main lady, definitely, little spice, little Latina in there, and then the younger one, like you said, the preacher's daughter. There's some rebelliousness in her. She's got the
She's
pictures.
fun. She's wild.
Little pixie cut kind of thing going on, getting wild. Which,
right.
Growing up in the South, preachers' daughters were typically like that. Yep.
Oh, she is one.
Yeah.
And
so you have, I think, what you've told the stat, right? You have 6 kids, right?
All right. So let's start with Monica. 9.5 years ago, Monica just walked up with some old Army buddies of mine. So I'm from New York, so I like signed up for 10 Mountain. They're like, "Oh, this idiot's like, oh, we'll give that to you." Nobody else wants to go to Fort Drum.
Right.
So I went to Fort Drum, lived like an hour and a half from home, like pimping, had a great time overseas. My ex-wife, I married her. She was in my fucking platoon. A redhead named Ginger, because I'm fucking stupid.
Gilligan's Island fan. You're not stupid.
Ginger was way. I don't know. I like Marianne better than Ginger. Anyway, so I live in this really nice fucking suburb of Syracuse, and a bunch of my fucking 10 mountain buddies come down one day and they bring this healer's wife. And she's a fucking Cortez, and I have a thing for Latinas, and goddamn, she saw me and I saw her I had this really nice 4-bay garage, and we saw each other across the driveway, and that was it. Like, been together ever since. My ex-wife moved her in, and I kicked my ex-wife out, and like that was that. Right?
It sounds like you need to write a book, man. Like, you see, well, for one, the way you speak about her, you sound very into her, for one. And also, I'm getting a vibe of you're a very romantic guy, right? In the classical sense of romance.
Oh,
right.
Right.
Oh,
absolutely.
That's
why my name's so funny.
Yeah, well, you're not subjectifying anybody with your name. Maybe you are. I don't know. I'm not the person to ask about that one. But no, you sound very you sound like a very romantic person in the classical sense, right?
I'm very much in love with her.
Very nice.
I'm still very much in love with her, and it's been almost 10 years. She's my everything.
Gigi says this sounds like a romance novel. So maybe there it is. Maybe there it is. Maybe you write a novel about your life.
Right. So we were, she had already had 3 kids from this Fueler dude. And there were 12, 13, and 14. I had a 2.5-year-old. We ended up living in the house for quite a while. That's why I say I have 6 kids. I inherited her 3 kids. They're now 10 years older, right? So like the middle one, Amber, was like in and out of the Marine, and she's about to have twins herself.
Oh, so you're gonna be
like a month.
A step grandparent?
Right.
Nice. Congratulations, man.
Cheers. Thank you.
Very very Brady Bunch-ish of you,
right?
By the way.
And then we decided to have a kid together to go for number 5. We went to the hospital. She had a miscarriage before, and then like she had I'm like, listen to me. I know this. I know the way your tits look. Like, I know the way you're feeling. Like, you're fucking pregnant. I was driving her to the hospital in my service truck. I owned my own diesel repair business at the time. And she came out of the doctor's office, and she said, I passed out. The ultrasound tech said, they're fine. I was like, what do you mean? She said, we're having twins. I said, uno, dos, let's go. And we had twins.
Nice. When was that? How old are the twins now?
They're 7.5.
Okay. Are they the youngest of all the kids?
Yep. They're the youngest. So I have 7.5-year-old twins, a 12-year-old boy, and then like this next 6 weeks, all my stepdaughters are going to be a year older.
Awesome, man.
And I'll be a grandpa.
How do you feel about that?
Being a step grandpa is a great way to shirk responsibility.
Well,
but
I feel
not
like
really.
I feel like that's
actually Amber's my favorite of all of her children. Like, we've always connected. She's kind of on the spectrum. Like I said, she was a Marine.
Yeah, real crazy.
We get along. Yeah, we get along really, really fucking well, and she's having twin boys. So I'm really awesome, fucking proud of Amber.
I gotta ask, what's your driveway situation like? do you park on the street? Like
No.
because oh okay because I mean
Which
kind of
which
like
driveway though?
because this is my
This is like
joke. This is
if
my joke, right? Like just
you
like
can't I can't pull out of a driveway, but
yeah,
I
you can't
get
pull
it.
out a driveway.
Right.
Yeah.
But you gotta understand, like the one at the cabin's a 1.5 mile long private driveway. You ain't pulling out of that shit neither.
Fair. Fair. I did bring this up to you though. Now that I know the story, it makes quite a bit more sense. But just through the chats and hearing your story, obviously you don't get context or anything like that. Um, I want to do like an animated series with you where it's just like you try to pull out, but through some like Rube Goldberg series of events, you always just end up like just coming at somebody.
Right, like we're camping, and then like a boulder falls behind me, and I
You're like,
can't
oh, I'm
like
gonna
go
pull out, but yeah,
backwards.
oh yeah, and then like a grizzly bear like right when you're pulling out like starts attacking the tent. And you're like, no, or
No,
or
I'm
you
not.
pull out, and like you're running like for whatever reason like rush into the bathroom or something, and you just have to like bump into some other person at the party who's naked. Like no.
I always tell Jessica if she's in the chat, I always tell her like we can't meet. It's if like, we walk near each other, you're gonna get pregnant.
Mm. Yeah, she might. And Jessica's Spanish, like they're like
She's
cum
Latina,
sponges,
but that's not fair. But
Jessica's awesome, by the way. Shout
I
out
love
Jessica.
Jessica.
Jessica's awesome. Funny story. When we were in Austin, me and my Airbnb was like a half a mile from Beth and Greg's Airbnb. So
that's not good.
So
You
Monday,
can stumble.
so Monday morning, I wake up at my Airbnb and I'm like, I'm not gonna get an Uber. Like in my car, I drove everybody downtown Sunday night for the party, and I was like, I'm not gonna Uber to Beth and Greg's to get them and then go downtown. I'll just walk. But Greg for some reason can't put shit in the bed of his truck. He had all his shit in the back of his truck. So he's like, oh, I can't take you to get your truck. So anyways, me and Jessica, we Uber downtown back to WTF to get my like rental car, which was a truck. And trying to get out of the parking garage, we both realized that we are still incredibly drunk from the night before. And so we're laughing, and I nearly not nearly. I did. I pretty much ran a stop sign because we're laughing so hard about this. And then but funny story. You had to be there to get it, I guess. But Jessica's awesome.
No,
but yeah, definitely.
I've been there.
I'd stay away from Jessica. The two of you get together, you're working on like I don't know, kid 7 and 8 or something at that point. So.
Oh, we'll have a zip code.
Yeah.
Like it wouldn't be good.
I mean, at that point, you might be able to just start a school with all your kids and get a tax break.
Hopefully. This
Maybe.
sounds like a good business plan.
Hey, there's loopholes. Get that tax money, dog. But enough about you. Let's roll into Titan Uranus. I think you're stopped Are you stopped in a parking lot somewhere?
Yeah, I pulled into a gas station so you could fucking at least see me and it didn't look all blacked out.
What kind of gas station? Is it a Pilot?
I mean, there's a good chance I'm going to get in a gunfight.
Oh shit!
So it's in the middle of fucking nowhere. I don't even know what kind of. It's a Citgo, but it's a fucking old ass brick fucking building.
Oh, a Citgo! Wow, I know those. For sure. Is there not a Pilot you can go to and maybe if you can find a Pilot, by the way, we've got about 15 minutes. If you can find a Pilot and get a lot lizard to come live on air, I'll Venmo her whatever she wants.
Well, I don't think there's a Pilot anywhere near me. But
What's the other
so
one? Flying J? Or what are the big truck stops that have a lot of lizards?
there is a Flying J in Wilmington,
Jeez.
or right outside of, right across one of the bridges. I think it's a Flying J.
Yeah. I just know like
But
pilots from South Carolina.
so Titan Uranus, kind of a funny story. When I was 16 or 17, me and my buddies were drinking, and one of them, he fucked up and passed out first. So,
Ooh.
yeah.
This is going down a weird rabbit hole about Titan Uranus.
So I had seen Deliverance like a few days before. So he's passed out on the couch, and I put my hand in my pants and put my finger through the zipper, unzip my pants, put my finger through. I go up to him, and my other buddies are watching, and I take my finger and put in his fucking mouth until I wake him up. And then he wakes up, and my finger's literally in his mouth, and I scream at him, what was it from Deliverance? You got a pretty mouth?
Oh,
And then
yeah.
I said that, and then I said, go ahead, bend over and tighten your anus. And he fucking jumps up and starts swinging. I fall backwards and pull my hand out, pop the button on my pants. My pants fall down. I fall fucking down. My dick falls out because the way I turn, my dick just falls out of my boxers. And he jumps on top of me. My other buddies are laughing their asses off. And he's fucking swinging at me. And I can't stop fucking laughing. So I'm just got my arms like this, blocking, laughing like hell. And then a day or two later, he just looks at me and he goes, where the fuck did you come up with Titan Uranus? And I was like, man, I didn't want to say tighten your asshole. So I just said Uranus. And I used it as a fucking scream name ever since.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like Carolina debauchery for sure.
Dude, I grew up pretty much in the Uwharrie Forest, so same with Womb Raider. We're just a bunch of fucking rednecks.
Hey man, I grew up in Appalachia, right? Like I'm from not from Asheville because Asheville's fucking weird, but outside of Asheville. Yeah, that sounds exactly like every high school party ever. Doing dumb shit like that. The bubble gum stuck to your zipper joke. You know.
I've woken up with a dick drawn on my fucking face, like the dick going in my mouth, the balls everywhere, and
yeah.
Hey, Titan, you do understand that they traced that and they didn't draw it. It was traced.
I try not to think about it, but yeah, I mean like I said, he fucked up by passing out first, and I fucked up that night by passing out first.
Fair enough, right?
Yeah, so number one rule when you're drinking with your buddies, don't fucking be the first one to pass out.
Yeah. And what's the rule? Like, don't pass out with your shoes on or some bullshit.
I've never heard that one.
No, that was always when I was in high school. That was the Sharpie marker thing. Like you pass out with your shoes on.
Oh yeah, I think they drew swastikas on my shoes. I had some white Adidas, and they had drawn swastikas on there.
Oof. I would take a dick on the face over swastikas on my white Nikes.
I don't know about that. No. Fuck that.
Oh, so another shout out, guys. Somebody who found the show via my appearance on Iconoblast last week, Todd, he asked a question, or not a question, he said to go back, it all circles back to porn. He personally likes MILF fucks daughter's boyfriend videos.
Oh, that's not bad.
Pretty classic.
I watched a couple of those.
You know,
I like
it's for the education, right?
Zev Bellringer. It's XEV. You're right. Yeah, Titan knows.
Yep, I know exactly. I watched those too.
Who is this?
Zev Bellinger.
Zev Bellinger. You're right. So it's XEV space. And nobody else has that first name. So search it in Pornhub.
Yeah,
And
I'm gonna write this down for research for later.
right,
Purely research purposes, I'm sure.
So it starts with an X.
yeah, XEV, and that's all you need to type in. It'll say bell ringer.
Okay.
I think Titan's wrong. It's bell ringer.
I thought it was Bellinger, but I'm not really paying
It
too much
doesn't.
attention.
Right. You saw Zev and like her and the best one. So she's fucking tricky. You don't see her hoo-ha too much. There's one I can't stop staring at my maid's ass, and Zev Bellringer is all yours.
Mm. Those I feel like those shrooms are kicking in for you, buddy.
Yeah.
They did like an hour ago.
Well, fuck, we've only been on for 50 minutes, man.
For how many?
50. So.
Oh. Well.
What you got going on tonight? You gonna get a little weird? What are we doing?
I shortly I will go to Rachel's house and make sure I cement my place in hell. Her dad never waves back.
I'd imagine that Rachel is the preacher's daughter, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I'd imagine you're not gonna get a wave from Pa anytime soon.
You know what's funny though is her
do you
mom
call him
really
father
loves.
though? Like, what do you call him?
No. Oh no, she calls me daddy because I disappoint her just as bad as he does. That's not true. No,
You're fucking crazy for having two women, dude. By the way, I can't fucking keep one happy, much less two.
Well, you know what? I'll say something. The capacity for love and attraction is not finite. And I have a pile of it, even though I come off as like crass and like crazy and like this weird dude that like has two women, like knowing like I take care of both of them. Like I call her Miss Rachel. Miss Rachel, like she doesn't take care of herself, and I do, and I take care of her, and like I'll just randomly show up and like I'll put $100 worth of Chinese food on her porch, and because I know she takes care of her. She has two kids, and she doesn't take care of herself. And like I just want to like take care of her, and make sure her kids and her are fed, and like I'm done being hateful. I've been very hateful for a long time. So I like try to like I make terrible jokes all the fucking time, but like
No, you make great
really
jokes. You make hilarious jokes, and actually, everybody's talking about. Earlier, you made a comment. I can't remember exactly what you said, but you were kind of downplaying your intelligence a little bit, and everybody in the live chat was like, "No, like you say some of the funniest shit in the live chats."
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's incredible, right? And before we hop off of here, because my lady is in the live chat talking about how whopped up she is, so we're gonna wrap this one up.
Get it, Mr. Billion.
Yes, sir. Where was I? Lost my train of thought. No.
I would have too.
No, but this whole time talking to you, man, like your lifestyle is unconventional for sure, but it seems to work well for you, right? And
Right.
which is awesome, by the way, and you're incredibly interesting, and you definitely need to like write a book about this because, yeah, like it's like you're living how do I say it? Like you're living this life that people can't comprehend, and you're living it well. Like you're dope as fuck, man. Like, by the way, I know how your floors upstairs look because my floors look the same way from the bottom. So you have beautiful hardwood floors.
Thank you. I do. Oh, I got a Tinder bitch messaging me.
And now you're getting
Sorry.
tender messages, man. God, how many kids do you want?
God damn.
Oh. I got all the love. Y'all can have it. And I love all of y'all, by the way.
Oh, dude,
All y'all
everybody
in the
loves
chat.
you.
I appreciate it.
Yeah,
But
I'm glad. I'm glad we finally got you guys on because, like, the two of you, like, just light up the live chats, which is like the most hilarious, obscene shit ever, right? And we'll definitely
Right.
get you back, guys, or get you guys back on soon. And
I love
Yeah. Next time I'll try to fucking be at home with my computer so you can actually fucking see.
no,
Right.
no, dude. Next time you're gonna be at a Love's truck stop with some lot lizard. Right. I'm not saying you have to have sex with her. I just want to have a conversation with her, with you in the car, just to see how that goes. Because, by the way, your car looks super comfortable.
It
Right.
it really fucking, and I'm 6'2", so I'm not a short person by any means, and this car has a lot of fucking legroom and it is quite comfortable.
So 6'2", what kind of weight you clocking?
Right now I'm about 210.
210. Okay. So
He's a lightweight.
you're a taller,
lightweight.
skinnier white guy.
He's probably packing about, I don't know, 8-9 inches.
I wish. Not quite.
I'd throw a solid 8.
Right.
No, I'm
Use the
not
metric system.
fucking butthole eyes fucking skinny.
Hey, here's the thing, guys. Like, my wife was on the last episode. She was waiting for somebody to ask the question because she had it loaded up. She was waiting, eagerly waiting. She might be in the live chats now. Ask her about tall, skinny white guys. I'm 6'1", 6'2", depending on the convenience store I'm running out of. But and like 170 on a good day.
Yeah.
But it's a real thing. It's a real thing.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a thing. You lose an inch for every 50 pounds, and I got 100 pounds on you.
So, but we're gonna get out of here, guys. Well, thank you so much for coming on. We'll definitely get you both on again. It was super interesting to meet you both. Obviously, like Womb Raider, like your story needs to be a fucking like Lifetime movie or something. I don't know.
I don't know if
I don't know
Lifetime's
about
the
that.
right network for that, but
Hallmark.
HBO.
Hallmark's typically a little happier.
I will bring
HBO.
HBO's Real Sex series. I'll bring that back.
High and Angry JJ said us 5'8" N-words.
Hit the JJ button, please.
I'll give you the J. I'll sign. How about this? I'll sign off with the JJ button.
Perfect.
Guys, Titan Uranus, Womb Raider. It's been an incredibly fascinating conversation. My lady's barking at me. She's leaving for Florida in the morning. She's in the corner trying on bikinis, trying to distract me. But I'm Bill Schofield. Like, subscribe, rate, 5 stars, review everywhere. And good night, JJ. This one's for you, buddy.
Oh my
Love you,
Lord.
JJ.
Stars, a Negro.
Everyone loves the JJ button. Good night, guys. Love you.